He thought that Saul loved him, but Saul now tried to kill him. So he ran away from Saul. He now went to a priest. Priest gave him food. He accepted, but Saul was still looking for him. Then he decided to say, "Okay, I know an enemy of Saul, which is King Achish of the of Gath. Let me go to him. I know Saul cannot come and look for me there." Now, when he went to the king of Gath, let's not forget, God is the nation where Goliath came from. And who killed Goliath? David killed Goliath. And suddenly they started saying, this is the David that they said killed Goliath. This is the David that killed 10,000. And they said Saul killed 1,000, David killed tens of thousands. And David became afraid. And the king said, wow, so this is the David. So they are bringing the David to him. Do you know what the David did? Because he was afraid, he started doing like he was mad. He's trying to do like he was not a sane person. And then the king said, why did you bring a mad person to me? Why? Please take him away from here. David now left here, and the Bible says he went to the cave of Adullam. So they thought this, maybe he's in that cave of Adullam. He sat down and he looked at his life, and then he penned down this wonderful this psalm that we read today. And he said, praise the Lord with me, exalt his name together. He now called us, he said, magnify the Lord with me. And that's the memory verse of DBS. Magnify the Lord with me. Let us exalt his name together. From the text we read, it's a bit different from, it's like that, the translation is different from the one we use in DBS. But we see here, the main one was him saying, magnify. And magnify means to exalt. To exalt. To exalt. Making God is great. Make him great. You are not making God great because God is already great. But in your eye, you are seeing God for who he truly is. You are trying to see God in his splendor, in his glory, in his majesty, in his attribute, in his power. You are trying to behold him in that aspect. And he said, magnify God with me. And of course, if we look further to look at what this magnify means again, one is that to magnify God, this also means to humble ourselves. Because sometimes we do think that we are bigger than God. We do think that, that's why some of us, if we even come to church, our attitude towards church, that we know we are here to worship God, we behave certain way like we are doing God a favor. Now, magnify is one way that you exalt God so that you can see how humble you need to be in his presence. And that's why David described himself in verse 6. He said, me before God, I have not himself before God. And in verse 4, he said, I sought the Lord. Sought the Lord means he prayed to God. What does prayer really mean? Because humbling ourselves, seeking the help of God. And magnifying God is seeing God for who he is and who you are. So that before him, you know I must humble myself before